Hi, everybody. I'm here with beautiful Barbara Patterson, a
Everyone.
colleague and friend of mine. And, we wanted to shoot a quick video because we're both coaches. And, we've been running our own practices now for a number of years. And we've discovered that there is something else that we can point our clients to, a different place to come from that has completely transformed our practices, the way we show up, the way we do business, so many things. And we wanted to share a little bit about that with you today.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. Really nice to be with you, Fiona. And really, this just came out of Fiona and I have, as you can tell, a lot of enthusiasm and passion about what we've been up to over the last 7, 8, 9 years. And I think that's because, like maybe many of you, we've been coaches and helping people, mentoring, doing training, development, all of our adult lives in one form or another. And for both of us, we used to think that coaching required, this huge treasure chest, tool belt of every model, every strategy, every technique. And, the better coach you were, the more of that stuff you had. And so it was very surprising for me, and I know for you too, Fiona, when I discovered that impact doesn't come from there, and that actually we have a much more powerful internal resource, all of us have, to have amazing impact with our clients. And we all know that the cornerstone of any successful practice is the work you do with people.
So true, Barb. It really is, as we can get caught up in the marketing and niching and our messaging, but really, and I'm not saying that stuff isn't important, but if you're not providing the results that your clients are looking for, then that stuff just doesn't matter. And, as someone who has been in private practice now for close to 11 years, I've really seen my work do a complete 360. And as you said, Bob, I love that. Yes, I used to think I needed a bigger, better tool belt. So I learned this, and then I learned another thing and another thing, lots of models, lots of different ways of doing things, because I thought the more tools I had, the more I was ready for whatever came my way. But, I found that that often those things, those tools, would actually get in the way of the conversation with the client. Because I don't know about you out there, but I'd be sitting there and the client would say something and be like, oh, okay, am I going to pull out? I'd be like a file of facts in my head. Am I going to pull out that model? Yeah, no, that's not helpful. What about this one? Maybe that one. And I would get a little overwhelmed, a little unsure, and then the session would go in a direction that I didn't quite know what to do with. And, I found myself very focused on the outcome a lot of the time. And I thought that was helpful, but, I can see that me being focused on the outcome actually got in the way of what showed up in a session with someone. And it's, Barb and I have talked about this a lot. It was when we discovered an understanding of the way things work, the way people work, a different way of approaching the psychology of human beings, that I realized I was getting in the way with the models and the outcome and the tool belt. And I kind of had to put those things to one side. But when I did, the results my clients got was extraordinary, like so different. And I mean across the board. I felt like I had a confidence that no matter what someone came to me with, whether it be a small child or anyone in between with whatever, I could help that person. And that's an amazing feeling as a practitioner.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And I think that's what's so shocking. When I first came across this understanding that Fiona is speaking about, it's really what role our minds have in the way we're able to have impact with our clients, how our internal state is affecting our ability to connect, to have rapport, to do deep work with people
Mm.
and to do transformative work. And in a way, what we're saying is transformation is a vertical line, a vertical axis, not a horizontal one. And I saw that all my tools, all my assessments, all of that stuff really kept me here in the horizontal. It was as if I had this idea, if I got enough data, that would lead to transformation. This was for myself and the people I worked with. You had to know why you did what you did. You had to find the root cause. You had to go after it. You had to do all this. But the truth is, when I realized and considered where transformation comes from, you realize that transformation is an internal shift. It comes from a insight from within. It comes because we have a shift of understanding or a shift of consciousness. And that transformation, those kind of shifts don't come from an intellectual storage of data. They don't come from more self-awareness. And I started to see that often all that self-awareness did was create more self-consciousness in myself and in my clients. And I remember early on when I was getting mentored in this field, that a mentor said to me, you know, I've seen your work and you've had a long career and you have great impact. And he said, but I don't think you realize there's more on offer. And what he said to me was, if you could understand how your busy mind, how all your ideas about what being a good coach is, all your strategies, all your techniques, your desire, even your overeagerness to problem solve and help is actually keeping you from depth and an intimacy and a connection and a life-changing rapport with your clients. And that was the beginning of this exploration of what happens if I let all that go and I don't show up with all these ideas and my tool belt and all of this, and what happens? What's possible in a conversation with somebody? What's possible in work with people? And, you know, he was right. I had no clue that there was more depth, more connection, more impact available. I thought I was doing pretty well, and I always knew there was more to learn, but I thought what I needed to learn was more expertise, more technique. And what we're saying here and in the work that we're doing now is no. Often what we see is if we can take things off our mind, if we can focus on connecting with our clients in a freer, more connected space, a freer mind, what comes forward, the environment you create between the two of you, the dialogue, where you go, what comes through, the depth of that is game changing.
Oh, I love that. I love that, Barb. I love that. And, you know, we're excited to tell you that we are running a 2-day event to talk about this and share what we've seen in Mornington, Victoria, about 50 minutes outside of Melbourne City Centre, on September 10 and 11th. And we will provide a link to that down below, and we'd love to have you join us. We'd love to share what we've seen, how we've created greater impact with our clients, and what's made a really, really big difference in our practices. So if this is something that's of interest to you, feel free to check the link out below. We'd love to share this 2-day experience with you.
Yeah, and you can also message us individually if you'd like to hear more or have your questions. And we promise 2 days of connection and insight and meeting other like-minded people that are also interested in this work and interested in having really solid, rich experiences and relationships with their clients. And then we're also going to talk about how a freer mind also helps you grow your business.
Can't wait. So excited. Thank you so much. Barb's flying out from the US. She'll be here really soon. So, we can't wait to share this with you. Thanks so much. Okay. Bye.